Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to F1 Manager, and we're heading to Monza for our Williams last to first run for the end of the third season. We've done two last to first races so far. We've done very well in both of them. We got a 1-2 in Spa and a 1-3 at Zandvoort. Didn't quite have enough left in us to get the 1-2, unfortunately, but we've got a good chance of getting the 1-2 again here. We've got a very good car. We have a look there. Not the best in terms of straight line speed, as you can see, but very, very, very good in the corners, especially in the dirty air cornering, which is going to be important. We want to make sure that we can stay as close to the back of our rivals as we're trying to get those overtakes, and having the extra downforce available to us, the extra grip, will make it much easier for us to try and then get those slingshot overtakes through the corners or coming out of the corners. So that's where we are in terms of our car position. Let's just take a quick look at how our rivals are doing. So that's Red Bull, comfortably the fastest car in a straight line, as you can see. Not a massively huge margin over us, but significant enough. But then we absolutely destroy them in cornering, as you can see there. They have got very, very good cooling. Brakes and engine are both looking very strong. Let's take a quick look at Ferrari. Oh wow, Ferrari are in the mud. Look at their engines. 16th and 17th in terms of straight line speed and acceleration. That is poor. And their high speed, oh man, their high speed's really poor. I've got to see who Ferrari have got there ahead of Aero, because that is a bad car. Let's take a look at Mercedes. Mercedes looking very okay, average in terms of speed, a bit like us, but very quick in acceleration. Pretty good in the corners as well, so Mercedes could be a challenge for us here. Their DRS is letting them down a little bit. Yeah, let me have a look and see just who is head of Aero at Ferrari, because that car is awful. Obviously, we hired Tondi, and they've got Jared Murphy, and he's done a really bad job, it has to be said. Really bad job with that Ferrari. They still have Cardile as their technical chief. They do. Oh, speaking of technical chiefs, for those of you that weren't aware, in real life, Mercedes have got rid of... well, I say got rid of. They've moved Mike Elliott on from his role as head of technical, and they brought James Allison back, and that went into effect today, I believe. So, yeah, we could see a bit of a resurgence from Mercedes towards the end of the season. I think it's a little early to start saying we're going to see a massive improvement really quickly, because Allison hasn't had the chance to really have his input on the car design yet, but yeah, that could be a big change for next season for Mercedes. Evening, Mr. Water, Jason, Farah, Marcel, good to see you guys. So let's do a quick staff and driver point recheck. No points for our engineers or our staff. No points for our drivers. What do we have in the way of parts in development? We've got 3 research projects going, and 12 days to go until we get that 4th part available from the design center. Do we have an issue with spare parts? No, we're looking pretty good. Spare front wings, spare rear wings, spare suspensions, chassis, a spare underfloor as well. We're good. So we are still yet to take any penalties. You can see we're still on the initial 3 engines, 2 ERS modules and 4 gearboxes. Let's see if we can keep that going for the entire season. Right, let's set some performance targets for today's Grand Prix. We're not setting quality targets because we're starting at the back. Fastest lap, we're going to go for that, obviously. And we're going to try and get the 1-2 again. Finish position streak. We are halfway through, nearly. Well, yeah, halfway through. It's one of 2 races. 2 in the top 4. We should be able to achieve that. Right. I think that is everything we need to get done before the race. So yeah, let's head on in.
Welcome to Life in the Fast Lane. We're here at Monza in Italy, the home of Ferrari. But who will take home the points this weekend? Let's find out as we get started with the Italian Grand Prix. Monza, a centurion among circuits, dripping with motorsport history. Expect to see cars fly by as 80% of the track is tackled at full throttle. It's not all go, however, and brakes can be prone to overheating through the tight chicanes that Monza has to offer. This is it. We're down to the last few races of the season, and it's time for that final push. Who will be crowned champion at the end of it all? We'll find out soon enough. Let the weekend begin!
Oh, yeah, I forgot wet race. Oh, okay. That makes things a bit more interesting. Very wet race as well. Right, let's get these cars set up. Let's start off with swapping out the engines. 15%, there's still life in that. 5%, we should be able to squeeze through at least one practice session with that. ERS modules, let's swap those over. And gearbox, we'll go back to gearbox number 2 and number 6. There we go. Right, car setups. Let's see, we need a 19 lap run plan for Monza. I'm trying to remember, who did we take out of the car last time? Was it Pierre? I think it was Pierre. So let's take George out and put Ollie in for this one. Let's take a look at the sliders. Okay, so initial thoughts are that the lowest front wing setting is going to be on this car. So let's go with a very, very aggressive low downforce setup. So 0.5. And a 9. Just about fits. A 2.8. A minus 2.95. And a 0.65. We'll go a little bit more front wing on this car, so we'll go with a 1, a 9. A 1.9, a 3.15, and a 1. And let's see which setup works.
The radio is good? You can hear me, yeah?
Radio check, okay.
Excuse me. Alright, there we go. Drivers are off and running. Let's see how we can get these cars nailed down. Yeah, wet race is going to make things interesting. We do know that George has got the edge in terms of adaptability. And with a very wet race, we're going to see some periods, I think, where it's light rain, but we're also going to definitely see some heavy rain. So there's going to be some transition, I think, with the tyres, which is going to give George an advantage. They're both very, very close now in terms of overall pace stats, so there's very little between the two of them. So that adaptability could make all the difference in this Grand Prix. Gasly desperately needs to keep racking up the wins if he wants any chance of holding on to his title, as the gap to George is pretty big. We take a look at the Drivers' Championship. There you can see it's 19 points the gap, and we are running out of races. So George on course to wrestle the title away from Pierre. Has 1 win more and 2 podiums more this season. But yeah, we won 13 of the 15 races so far, even doing this last first in the last 2 races. In fact, I think the only ones we didn't win were the very beginning of the season. Uh, 90%, that's a good starting point. 92% for Pierre. Alright, so what do we need to change? We need to change the roll bar, so let's go with a 1.9. Let's increase the angle there, and let's push that up to a 1 as well. And let's give that a go.
What was the balance, please?
I'm really pleased.
Yeah, loud and clear.
Alright, let's have a look at what we need to do to Gasly's car. Hopefully not too much. Just need a little bit more front wing by the look of it. Yeah, let's just make that one little change. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Actually going to make a little click there as well.
Oh, did someone run wide there? Let's see what happened there.
A little
now,
wobble
we see
for
the
Ollie.
Williams here. Oh dear, that's far wider.
Goes off at
than they
Lesmo 1.
wanted.
Alright, feedback incoming.
How was the balance?
95 for Behrman. Still a little bit of tweaking to go. You can see Gasly's engine is not happy. It's down to 3%. It's fine. It just needs to get through the session. Right. Oh, we are very close. So we just need to tweak the toe. Which way do I tweak it? I think that's probably a bit too much the wrong way. Let's go this way. Let's try that.
I think we've had a car
Oh,
run
smoke just
wide.
changed colour. It's gone from very light smoke to a bit darker smoke there. Or maybe it was just a camera angle. Might just been a camera angle. No, that smoke's definitely getting worse.
Did somebody spin out there?
Oh, we've gone backwards. That's not good. Alright, let's call him in. As we give one of the Mercedes a real face full of oil there. Don't know if that was Bottas or Ricardo. Right. So we went the wrong way on the camber. But we got the front wing right. So we need to go about there. And that needs to go to a 2. That might be too much for the straights. I really hope not. Alright, let's try that. Let's see if that works in the next session. I think we can say goodbye to that engine now. It's just about ready to explode. I might throw it in for free practice 3 because we won't need a particularly long run in that session.
Alright, buddy, good job once again. See you in the office shortly.
Just because I'm kind of curious what happens if an engine does just hit 0 while it's on track. I've never seen it happen. Let's find out. Let's do it. Let's find out. Let's get a new engine in for FP2 and then we'll put the old one back in for FP3 and just see if it lets go during practice. 3%, I think, is the lowest I've ever run an engine, maybe 2%. Right, Russell's car is set and ready. We just need to get some laps on it. So we're looking at 45 laps, I think. There we go. For Gasly, we are going to run him for 29 laps. And hope that those changes are the right ones. Swap out that engine. Actually, you know what? Screw it. We'll leave it in for this session as well. Just increases our chances of actually letting go in the final session.
Radio check, can you hear me?
Fingers crossed we'll see some fire. Oh, you pyromaniac, you. I'll tell you what, despite the fact that his engine's about to explode, he has got more pace than Gasly, although than Russell, but Russell is running a lot more fuel. Down to 2%. All right, feedback time. Well, we've nailed the setup, which is important if we're going to blow the car up. At least we'll know how to rebuild it. Still waiting on Russell's feedback.
Do you think you'd benefit from
Oh,
another
92. Still not there.
Very, very good job, guys. Okay, copy that, copy that.
All right, so we watch with bated breath.
I think someone's run wide.
Down to 1%. Run's almost over, so it's not going to let go in this session. Wonder if it'll even let me run it in the next session. Might force me to take it out. I should probably just keep him out as long as I can. See if it does let go in this session. I don't know. We'll extend his stint as long as we can, just to get as much track knowledge as possible before this thing does let go. We've got car knowledge and track knowledge at 100, so we should only need 85% on track knowledge. So yeah, track knowledge 85% because we've got 100% car knowledge, and setup is 100%. I think I got that wrong the first time I said that. Alright, heading to garage. No, I don't think so. You're staying out. At least for a couple more laps. Yeah, I wonder if it's just going to grind to a halt or if it's going to catch fire or... I don't know. So I've never seen an engine give up completely before. I've seen them just reduce to zero after a crash, but obviously they explode, or say explode, they catch fire, you know, in the crashed wreckage, but never seen it happen on track. Possibly damage another part. Well, all the other parts in the car are rubbish, so I'm not too worried about that. It's getting close. When he runs out of fuel, I'm going to just give him a little bit more and send him straight back out again. If we can get him to go in this session, then it means we can let him run normally in the next session. Alright. One lap left, I think, maybe? Don't know if I've got enough fuel for 2 more laps. This might be the last one. I'm curious as to whether the engine temperature is going to suddenly skyrocket as well when it does catch fire. Didn't know there was a steam train on the track. Didn't know Pierre Gasly was a chain smoker. Picking up some bad habits from me. Well, looks like I've got enough fuel for 1 more lap. Just imagine it. So, if you could tell the jury why, you know, what your reasoning was for killing Pierre Gasly, we did it for science. I'm seeing a lack of smoke. Is that because he's so close to Bottas? I don't think it is. Is it about... No, there we go. It's smoking again. Oh, that poor AlphaTauri driver. Which one is it?
Yeah, in the box.
It's Albon. I think we just gave
happy
Albon
with it.
cancer. Right, more fuel. We need more fuel.
They've lost control and spun!
Let's increase engine wear. Oh, yellow flag in sector 2. Is that the engine? No, it's still going.
Let's go for a push.
Yeah.
He's still going. This engine's just refusing to eat itself.
Who's running wide there?
8 minutes left in the session. Come on. Oh, I want this thing to hit 0. If it doesn't go in this session, then it means we're going to have to try it at some other point, and that'll be a case of the second we pull out the pit box, it just bursts into flames. Let's do everything we can to just to increase that that wear rate. How's this thing still going? Tell you what, for an engine on 1%, Gasly's got a little bit of pace in the car. It's not blowing altogether just to annoy me. Yeah, you're probably right. The way this game's been shafting me these last few days. I see you're trying to win a race. Let me do something about that for you. Oh, I see you're trying to blow up a car. Let me make it indestructible. Come on, I want to see an engine failure in action. Surely this thing's going to go before the session ends in 2 minutes. Oh, we're catching up to Russell. Oh, God, don't tell me we're just going to have this sudden fireball and take Russell out at the same time. Yeah, Gasly's coming. Get out of the way. You love the word thwart. Yeah. That is a good word. Maybe this is the secret plan. It's waiting for him to get alongside, and then all of a sudden, instant fireball hits both cars. Okay, we got through. This will be... Oh, there we go. We hit 0. It's on fire. It's on fire. And yet the engine temperature is still normal. But we do have a flaming engine.
Get some comments when you're plugged back in.
Well, he didn't seize up completely, which is what I was expecting. He's still going. He won't be boxing this lap either. He'll keep going until every car has crossed the checkered flag. So we'll do an in-lap. We'll ride with him as long as we can. Slows down for the in-lap because the session's over, but it's still going. I don't understand how that didn't just stop as soon as it caught fire and hit 0%. That's weird, but we've seen it. We took the extra time for science.
Hello and thank you.
Right, let's see if we can figure out what's going wrong with this car here. We went the wrong way with the tow, so we want to go to about there, I think, maybe. Need to pull that back in a touch. Yeah, I think we're looking at about that. So what tyres do we need on this? Oh, we ran soft tyres in that last session. Okay, so we want mediums in this session. Run plan needs to be about 13 laps. It's probably a little too much, but no, actually, it's probably not enough, actually, thinking about it. Let's go 34 laps of fuel. Medium tyres. We just want to run the barest minimum on this. So 24 laps will be enough. That engine's still in there. Oh, you know what? It's so tempting. I'm going to save that for Mr. Bearman. for the next race. We'll see if it will actually let me send him out with a 0% engine.
Okay, radio check. Yeah, all good.
Right, Gasly out first. He's going to be so quick with this newer engine in comparison to Russell. But yeah, it let me. It would have let me send him out, I think, with that engine. So maybe it's got to run at 0% for a while before it actually goes completely. Like I said, we'll try that on Monday. We'll put Ollie in Gasly's car on Monday and send him out with a ticking time bomb.
Sounds like someone's gone wide there.
The Jim Bob school of teaching young drivers what to do in strange situations. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
How do you feel about doing another lap on this set?
Alright, so we need a extra click. That we can sort out. There we go, Gasly's weekend is, well, practice weekend is done. And that's George done. Might have gone the wrong way with that, but we'll see. Once we get through quali.
We've just had a car run wide.
Oh, gonna crash.
Copy.
Is that the second chicane?
Sounds like there's been contact. Let's take a look at the replay. We're just watching the
No, it's in the Lesmos. Not a massive crash.
It's caused absolute carnage.
There might be a penalty for someone though. Let's see if Perez does get a penalty for that.
Good session, well done.
No, he doesn't. Bottas has got a penalty. I don't know if he already had one or not. No sign of a penalty for Ricciardo. So maybe Bottas picked up that penalty. I kind of think he already had one. Not sure. Right. Let's get in the good bits. Best engine available. The ones that we ran at Spa. We want our best ERS modules. And we want good gearboxes. There we go. Let's go qualify.
Yeah, we can now. Radio check. Yeah, all good.
And by qualify, I mean sit in the garage with a cup of cocoa. Or do a Kimi Raikkonen, go get a choc ice. Trying to remember what track that was at. I think it might have been.
Looks like there's been a lockup.
Was it Valencia? It was somewhere hot, obviously, but I can't remember which circuit that was at. I think it might have been Valencia. If someone can do a quick Google for me, that would be awesome. That was Malaysia. Thank you. I miss Malaysia. That was such a great circuit. Alright, we're losing Alonso. Schumacher and Stroll in the first session. Bottas looking very quick.
The grid is packed and there's electricity in the air. But there's no surprises in that. It's race day.
Williams has been struggling this weekend, as reflected by their current grid position. But we've seen teams come back from worse results. This has the potential to be an exciting race for them. We saw a reasonably good qualifying performance from Ferrari, and they certainly have a good chance to capitalize during the race. A sunny day here with only a few clouds in the sky. If things stay this way, the weather shouldn't pose any challenges to the teams.
Well, this is
They're only talking about Karun Chandok. We've got a forecast for heavy rain.
To kick things off.
Oh dear. Oh, well, it's starting dry. It's not going to stay dry for very long, but it is going to go dry again afterwards. Okay, so that's going to make things very interesting. We're going to start on softs. We're going to go to full wets, then to inters, then to softs again. So we're looking at dry weather somewhere around about lap 20, about lap 43, lap 44, somewhere around there. Inters, we want inters to kick in probably somewhere around about lap 25. Full wets to kick in on lap 9. There we go. That's our predicted strategy. We're not going to set it up for both cars. We're going to take a lap of fuel out. We're going to go very aggressive off the line with tyres and ERS because we can. Because we're only going to do 9 laps. And we are ready to go.
I don't want to tempt fate, but there are quite a few clouds overhead as we look at the lineup on the grid. Here we've got George Russell. With their starting position in the back 10, they'll have their work cut out for them. Next for the team, it's Pierre Gasly. They're in the back half of the pack, so they'll need to work hard if they want a podium finish. The teams are ready to go. Here we go. It's the Italian Grand Prix. It's lights out, and away we go.
Alright, we're up to 15th and 16th. My way of penalties for Vashur Sonoda, by the look of it, for some reason. Didn't see Sonoda getting a penalty. Bottas and Verstappen.
This was good.
And a new position, just gained by Williams.
We're in a good space there.
Okay, that's good, Pierre. Very good.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
Alright, good strong start. Gasly up to 12th, Russell in 14th, and looking to get another position here. Up the inside into Ascari. That's a brave overtake. Made it look easy.
You're doing a good job, let's keep it up.
And Russell now having a look at the inside of Gasly as we approach the Parabolica. Magnussen's leading the race from Zhou. What the hell? Alright, is Gasly going to get up the inside of Porsche? He is.
Okay, that's good.
And now
very
Russell's going to try and follow through.
Okay, well done, mate. Okay, we'd like you to slow down, please.
good. DRS enabled. DRS enabled.
Right, we are going to have to recharge these batteries soon.
To drop the pace.
Let's get past Norris first. Oh, is that? I thought we were going to go 3 wide into the opening corner for a second then. That would have been bad. Gasly's up to 10th.
Very good job.
This is where our mighty dirty air performance really comes into its own, allowing us to stay very, very close through these sweeping corners. Makes it much easier to then try and get an overtake on exit. Norris fighting back into Ascari thanks to the DRS. Did he get the move done? No, he didn't. And now Russell's going to go through on the inside at the Parabolica. There we go. So both our guys are now up ahead of the McLaren.
Okay, good job.
Albon up next. And rain in about 5
And a
laps.
new position, just gained by Williams.
And it's going to be carnage in the pit lane. Everyone's going to be diving in, for either for inters or full wets. I think we might see some guys go to inters. I think some others might do what we're doing and go straight to full wets. Inevitably, one or two are going to end up staying out on slicks for an extra lap, and it's really going to hurt them. It's going to be a very interesting, period. Oh, someone spun.
Yellow flag, yellow flag.
Here's
It's for
the
sure.
replay. Now just focus on the Haas. What a spin!
Oh, he binned it coming out the second chicane. That drops into the back of the grid. We've already got past Albon. I completely missed that, thanks to the replay. But we see Russell get through as well. Both our cars into the points now.
Doing a great job.
Let's have a look. Now look at this. It's Pierre Gasly.
And there's how Gasly got through, just nice and easy. And it just set up Russell beautifully for the overtake as well.
There they go, moving up a position in the pack. Back in the garage, the team absolutely loved it.
Yeah, double overtake. We'll take that.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
So, 2 seconds to Vettel.
That was a very good lap.
I do think the rest of the field, especially the Ferraris, are being held up at the moment by Zhou and Magnussen. I'm going to just take a quick look, riding on board with Magnussen from his rear wing. And let's see what the other tyres are on. So Magnussen's on mediums, Zhou's on softs, as are the Ferraris, who are going side by side through the Lesmos. It's Lesmo 1 into Lesmo 2. Sainz holds off Leclerc. Here comes Zhou. There goes Zhou into the lead for the young Chinaman. Magnussen's going to fight back. And he's just going to power past with that DRS wide open there. Oh, is Zhou going to get him on the launch? Nope. That Haas has got a pretty powerful straight line speed by the look of it. Pretty good acceleration too. And now Zhou is at risk from Sainz. And Sainz is through. And this is what Ferrari need to do. They need to push past as quick as they can, because we're on our way. We've already caught up to the back of Vettel. They need to try and get a bit of clean air ready for the pit stops. And Zhou's going to have another look at Magnussen. Can't quite get the move done. And there's both of our guys just at the back of this little train. So we've caught up very, very quickly. Let's start recharging batteries ahead of the pit stops.
Yeah, copy.
Charles John.
Copy.
Oh, 3 wide through the chicane. That's crazy. And Sainz jumps up to first. What a move for Sainz. Right, we should see Sainz try and stretch away a little bit now. Look how crowded it is. Leclerc desperately trying to fight his way through as well. He's getting attacked by Ocon in the process. I have to say, I'm loving these reverse grid races that we're doing. It's just throwing up some really weird, unexpected front runners. As Leclerc now goes side by side with Zhou. So Ferraris are there or thereabouts. I think Sainz is going to just swoop past here with the DRS, and this is his chance to break away. Although his tyres are starting to go a little bit. Oh, he's not going to get the move done. And Ocon might have a lunge at Leclerc here. We've just dropped off a little bit while we're charging. That's okay. Sainz's best chance of breaking away is to get the overtake done nice and early on the start-finish straight, because then he's got the whole first sector to try and extend enough of a gap to stay ahead on the run to Ascari. Okay, we're into the pit stop window. Sainz can't make the move, can he? No. He can't. And there's the rain. Alright, so who else is going on full wets?
Rain's falling now in the pit lane. Copy.
Track is now damp, so everyone's going to dive into the pits who is, going to pit this lap. We might see one or two drivers be forced to run the extra lap. A couple of teams are going to do a double stack. It's a question of who's putting on what tyres. This is where it's going to get a bit chaotic. People are going to get held left, right and centre in the pits. We might actually hold a couple of people up because we've got to go down most of the pit lane before we can get to our box, but then we're going to get held as everybody behind us just piles out of the garages. So Sainz is going to be the first to actually put tyres on. We are seeing a couple go out. Leclerc and Perez are staying out, as is Vettel. Oh, those guys are screwed. And it's Inters. Inters for Leclerc. And there you see a couple of cars getting held for us. We're going full wets, and now we're getting held, we're getting held, we're getting held, we're getting held, we're still getting held. Oh no, this is what I was worried about. We're dropping to the back of the grid. Oh come on, even Stroll gets out ahead of us. It's already almost wet enough for full wet tyres. So anyone who stopped on inters is kind of screwed, and only Zhou and Norris have stopped for full wets. Oh, look how many people have stayed out as well. Leclerc, Perez, Vettel, Porsche, Bottas, Tsunoda, Schumacher, Versure. Those guys are going to be crawling in these conditions. It's now full wets, so all the inters are going to have to pile back in again as well.
Recharge off.
Yep, fine.
Charge off, good job.
Oh, look how much these guys on inters are struggling. If these guys are struggling that much, got to think how bad it is for people like Perez and Leclerc, etc. Bottas is holding up a big queue of people.
And a new position, just gained by Williams.
So Magnussen is unleashed. Zhou's going to be charging through and catching him up. Look how quickly he's closing him down.
Excellent job, well done.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
Tsunoda leaving the pit lane now.
As Russell gets out ahead of Leclerc, who's still gone to inters. Alright, we really need to maximise these tyres then before the weather changes. We haven't even had the worst of it yet. This is a chance for Zhou and Norris to open up a really nice little gap at the front. Zhou in particular.
Okay, good job, thank you.
Awesome, keep it up. Okay, excellent work, keep it up. We're currently running in P10.
Track is easing up in terms of water level, but there is a lot more on the way. Are we going to see anyone else dive into the pits? Get rid of those inters. Not yet. Sainz being very resolute in his defence here, blocking the lines. We're about to tip back into territory. But it's a brief respite. We know that more water is coming, and that's really going to play into our hands. And there we go, it's already starting to just go back up a little bit more. Zhou with a 4.5 second lead over Magnussen, and that's only going to get bigger. Magnussen's still on the inters. And Zhou's... Why is Zhou boxing? He's on the right tyre. Oh, he's going on to inters, isn't he? Oh, Zhou, you've just thrown away such a great position. Oh, what a... No! Why?
Okay, that's good, very good.
Oh, that's just destroyed his race. He's down in 15th. He's on the wrong tyres. What?
There's an overtake from Williams.
I was really excited about the prospect of Zhou getting onto the podium, because he was in a good position to really take advantage of the fact that he was one of just a few cars on the right tyre. And so he immediately takes the right tyre off and goes to the wrong ones, and throws away a huge track position advantage in the process. Ah, the AI just is so stupid at times. Maybe. Has he called it right? Are we on the wrong tyres now? I was expecting the full weather to be heavier than this. It's still supposed to be wet conditions, you know, coming up, but now I'm a little unsure. Maybe Zhou made the right call, just made it a lap early. There's got to be more water than this, surely. This is a fully upgraded, or almost fully upgraded weather centre as well. Track water level has stagnated. It's not going down again, but it's not going up either. It's creeping down again. Norris boxes, so he's decided it's time to get rid of the full wets and go to inters. And I'm looking at that water level going down, and I'm thinking, should we be boxing as well? But we've made this mistake before. We are still supposed to have a little bit more full wet weather, but the prediction is just light rain coming up. So I think we need to box.
Okay, let's box now, please.
Yeah, it's just drying up, isn't it? These tyres are just going to start overheating very quickly. Oh, we've got a lock-up. It's Schumacher.
Was that a lock-up on the track? Let's take a closer look.
That's
Right,
turn
watch
1,
this.
not turn 11.
There's Schumacher. Well, they've locked up. They won't have been happy about that.
Alright, so we were making good progress on this last to first challenge, but now we've got a pit earlier than I was expecting us to. Sonoda's coming in for his inters as well. Right, we're going to have a little bit of clean air for Gasly. Russell's going to have Porsche to get past first. He's going to have to defend against for sure as well. Alright, so we need to readjust the strategy now. Somewhere around that 40. Well, we should see our drivers start to sweep through the field again pretty effectively, I hope. Magnussen sitting pretty in the lead right now from Verstappen. Wow, Max started at the back with us. Obviously he did not have that little interlude on full wets, and he didn't get held in the pit lane like we did either, for that matter. Alright, so the rest of the field's doing 1 minute 30s. Let's see what we do on a full clean lap. As Russell closes in on the back of Porsche. Let's get him to have a lunge up the inside. Okay, our lack of straight line speed hurt us a little bit there. Might have to use some battery. So we did 128 for Russell and 121.9 for Gasly. So we are the fastest cars on the track right now. And there we go, Russell gets up the inside of Ascari and will complete the move.
We're doing a great job here.
Let's take another look at the radar. Yeah, there's the difference as to what actually happened to what we were expecting. So I get the feeling we're going to be coming off the inters a bit earlier than expected as well. 128.3 for Gasly. Again, fastest on the track. Oh no, actually Bottas slightly quicker. But Bottas is in a slipstream behind Perez, who's holding up quite a few cars by the look of it. Perez, Leclerc, Vettel, Stroll, Albon, No, not Albon. Alonso, and then Bottas and Zhou. So not quite the really heavy rain that we were promised at the start of this Grand Prix. It's a shame. I would have liked to have seen an extended run on those heavy wets, those full wet tyres.
Okay, we need some deploy.
Yeah.
Let's start hunting down the rest of the field. This is going to make it trickier for us, actually, in some respects, because the lack of DRS does mean that we are potentially going to lose some of that advantage that we have in our car. Although we got such grip through the corners that that should hopefully really help us out in these conditions. As we just sweep around the outside of Norris there.
Very good job.
Got a yellow flag in sector 1. Someone has locked up.
And there's an
Is that
overtake from Williams.
Sonoda?
Seems to have been a
It
lockup.
is.
Let's see what happened there. Now let's look at this. The focus on Sonoda. That lockup could have cost them dearly.
Going to be very sparing with our use of the battery because it takes a long time to charge up. You lose a lot of time on this circuit when you do it. As Verstappen moves into the lead. Coming out of the first chicane. Managed to get up the inside of Magnussen. Sainz still holding up a long train. Oh no, it's not Sainz, sorry, it's Leclerc holding up the big train. Leclerc's got past Perez, so we should see him start to extend away. Despite how bad that Ferrari is, it's still looking pretty pacey this weekend. So 128.9 for Verstappen across the line. Bottas a 128.4. We do a 128.5 with Gasly. What can Russell do? A 128.6. So we're not as fast as we need to be right now. That's probably because we're not running in a slipstream. But we are closing on the cars in front. We're lapping 1.2 seconds a lap faster than Alonso right now. So we will close him down. Norris, despite trying to hang on to Gasly's slipstream, is half a second slower than Russell, so Russell is closing that gap as well. Yeah, looks like we need the softs to be really competitive here. Just not got the pace that we need to hunt down the rest of the field. So Unless there's some chaos and carnage in the pit lane again, we might not make the podium.
Keep an eye on the fuel, please.
Copy.
Because we've only got 31 laps to go. And we're still a fair old distance off the lead. Sainz and Albon scrapping back and forth. .128.3.
Copy.
So again, we're lapping at about the same pace as Bottas there. 128.2 for Russell. I think if the track continues to dry out like this, it might play more into our hands than some of our competition. And they get down to 2.5 seconds now. Magnussen is still right with Verstappen here. Max can't pull away. That Haas of Magnussen's is looking pretty handy here this weekend. Ricciardo has broken away from Sainz a little bit more, I think. Gained about half a second by the look of it. Leclerc falling further behind Ocon. He's really struggling. He's not got as much pace in that car as I thought he did. I mean, we saw at the start of the stream just how bad on paper that Ferrari looks at the moment. Not great in terms of straight line speed. Horrible in corners. Absolutely awful in the corners. Specifically the high speed, and that's half of this circuit. This second half of the circuit's all high speed stuff. Gasly is flying right now 1.1 seconds faster, nearly 1.2 seconds faster than Alonso. There's two of them, so we're going to have to use a bit of battery here to facilitate the overtake, I think. And we still might have to do some fuel saving as well.
Oh, you can use the deploy.
Oh, up the inside. Beautiful. And we're going to go up the inside of Stroll into the Parabolica as well.
And a new position, just gained by Williams.
So Gasly's making good time cutting through the field.
overtake from Williams.
Joe up next. 3 seconds down the road. Russell's getting close to the back of Norris. Another lockup. That's in front of us at the chicane, I think. It is. Stroll's locked up. Oh, we've got a crash. Oh, is this a safety car? It's a VSC. It's a full safety.
Yeah, okay.
Let's take a look at the replay. Now
That's 3 or 4 cars involved, I think.
That's the contact there. Oh, there's chaos on the track.
Bottas sliding all the way across. Did he hit somebody else?
And that was a bitter blow for the team. And it may have really hurt their overall chances.
Safety.
Well, this sorts out our fuel saving. Also gets the batteries recharged. We can save on the tyres a little bit, which means we can attack with them once the safety car comes back in. It's going to close the field right up as well. Still trying to figure out if anyone else got hit by Bottas as he slid across the track there.
Okay, we'd like you to slow down.
And Joe's race
Yeah, copy, all good.
is well and truly done now.
Recharge on. Copy.
He still had a chance of points. That's gone now. He won't come out last. But, and he'll have some fresh inters, but he's going to serve a penalty and have a wing change. That's going to be a slow stop. Really need a wing change animation for the next game. And he's just going to get out ahead of Sonoda. Well, that's changed the complexion of the race significantly again. We're now in the points with Gasly on the back of the queue. Russell is just arriving onto the back of the queue in 14th. That fuel saving that I was worried we were going to have to do later is now pretty much taken care of. Someone's locked up under the safety car. How do you lock up under a safety car?
I think there's been a lock-up.
It's Yuki.
Let's have a look. Now let's look at this. The focus on Sonoda. And yes, that's the lock-up.
It's a low-speed lock-up, but it is a lock-up nonetheless. Potential damage to his underfloor as well, going over those sleeping policemen. The sausage curbs. Still looking at around lap 40, I think, for the change to slicks. At least this lap, maybe another lap as well. Depends how quickly the field catches. Oh wow, we are crawling through this chicane here. So this hasn't quite undone the damage from getting held in the pits when we made the switch onto full wets. We were running, I think, what, 8th and 9th or 9th and 10th when we made that stop, and got held by pretty much the entire field coming out in last. But it has gone a long way to repairing a lot of that damage. Still a bit of work for Russell to do. Another spike of weather coming in a few minutes. We're staying on inters, we're not going for full wets this time. That doesn't mean the AI won't. We might see somebody do a stupid thing. We've got another lap under the safety car, which is excellent. That's the fuel completely taken care of. So in terms of the championship, this is another chance for Gasly to try and reduce the gap to Russell. He's in pole position to try and take the win from his teammate here. A win he desperately needs. And surely the safety car's going to come in at the end of this lap. Field's all formed up. Still no warning that the car's coming in. Are we really going to do another lap? I think we are. Wow. Okay. Was not expecting that. Not complaining. This is giving us a little bit of fuel to play about with, and it's also going to make every other car on the grid even heavier, because they're going to be saving fuel as well, which they don't need to save. .24 laps left, including this one, and a change of weather coming in about 10-15 laps.
Not expecting more rain in this session.
Oh wow, we're getting the warning already. Okay, that is not going to be a lap 40 change. That's going to be earlier than lap 40. Lap 36 maybe. There's the fuel positive deltas. as we approach the end of Sector 2. Are we going to get the warning? There it is.
Okay, safety
There's
car
the
in
warning.
this lap.
Safety car is finally coming in. So we're going to have a sprint now for the next few next few laps before pit stops for another sprint.
And we have margin to push a little bit more on the tires.
Yeah,
Okay, we need some deploy.
copy.
Let's lift off, please.
Okay.
So clean through there. Let's see, what about Russell?
You're doing a good job.
It's going to dive up the inside into the second chicane. Not quite.
You're doing a good
Gasly
job.
gets Perez. That's him up to 8th.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
Russell trying to go on the attack here. He's going to have to switch to the inside line. Can't get through. Track is still getting wetter. Let's try the inside at the Parabolica. There we go, side by side. Couldn't get the move done on Leclerc. Russell still scrapping with Norris.
Okay, good job.
And there we go. He goes through.
Good job, Pierre. Unconfirmed, rain stopped.
And that's it. Rain has stopped. So now we're just going to let this track dry up.
And a new position just gained by Williams.
Russell using his high adaptability there to put the moves on Stroll.
Well done.
So really hope we don't get caught out in the pit lane again, like last time. Oh, no, 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 no! Gasly!
Copy that.
That's another safety car. Oh, okay.
2 cars out.
Copy.
Here's the
Yeah,
replay.
2 cars out. You're
Look
one of
at
them.
this. Pierre Gasly.
Oh man, what is it with our cars crashing this week? It's just every
There's the
single race
collision.
we've streamed
It's
this week there's
caused
been a crash.
absolute carnage. The team are really disappointed with that. Let's hope it doesn't set them back too badly.
Okay, well, at least Gasly's still going. How bad's the damage? Is it just the front wing? Minor damage to the chassis. Okay, well, let's at least box for a fresh set of inters and a new front wing. Yeah, that's already confirmed. 5-second penalty will be served here as well. But potentially, I can get my ERS recharged as well.
We'd like you to slow down, please.
Not saving fuel because we've already got a little bit of a surplus. And we'll gain some more anyway. But we've got a chance here to actually box cleverly. Depending on how long this safety car stays out, it's going to get picked up straight away, so it might only last 1 or 2 laps. But if the track dries up really quickly, we could potentially dive in for softs under the safety car and then just hope the track dries up enough that we don't lose too much time.
Yeah, in the box.
Copy that.
This will be a long stop. That's the penalty. Fresh inters. And a fresh front wing. So 7.5 seconds. That's not too bad. Hopefully it's going to take a while to catch the field, so it'll give us at least 1 more lap under the safety car. If for no other reason than to get that ERS recharged before slicks become a thing. This will also actually, surprisingly enough, this will minimise the amount of time Gasly's going to lose in the pits when it comes to making that switch onto softs. Russell is going to be right in the thick of it, so Russell might suffer quite badly. It's going to be dry in 4 minutes. Really hope the safety car stays out for at least another lap. Ideally for 2 more laps. If it stays out for 2 more laps, I'm boxing for softs. In fact, I'm very, very tempted to do that right now for Gasly. It's a little too wet still. If it was about 1.7, I'd be boxing Gasly right now. And I would have boxed George as well. So yeah, fingers crossed we get another lap after this one under the safety car, because if so, I will box at the end of this lap. If we don't, I'll have to keep them out because they'll lose too much time. It'll still be too wet for those softs. But this is probably the nail in the coffin in Gasly's attempts to hang on to his title. I think this is probably just handed it to Russell. He's had a very inconsistent season as Gasly. A lot of mistakes this year. Safety car is
in this lap.
not boxing, so, or not staying out, so we are going to have to stay out on track. So we're looking at about 2 laps, maybe 3 laps before we box. I'm not so concerned about moving Gasly through the field because given where we are in the pits, it might be beneficial for him to stay near the back. But Russell, we need to get Russell moving up ASAP. I need to hold on to that battery though.
Charge off.
Copy.
Very good.
Alright, Gasly's moved up a place.
Try to cool down the tires again when you can. Cool down the tires where you can.
By pushing hard like this, I am increasing the chances of another another big lockup like we've just had. And if that happens to Gasly again, that's probably a retirement because that will destroy his chassis. Just already taken a big knock.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
Oh, Gasly's flying. I really don't like the fact that we are still stuck here. I kind of want to use the battery to try and push through, but I'm wary of the fact that even if we do push through, we might still get held by a lot of cars in the pits, and then we'd have wasted the battery for no reason. So I'm hanging on to it for when we come out of the pits and then have to try and push our way through again. We will have DRS to help us as well. I'm just going to hope that these tyres can do their job. There we go. We've got really good grip, and this is where we're losing out in the slipstream. Vettel tucked right upon the back of Perez's gearbox there. This is what's stopping us from actually overtaking him. There's the power of the slipstream here. As Gasly gets past Joe.
Okay, that's good, Pierre. Very good.
And a new position, just gained by Williams.
Go brave, go brave. Nope. Right, might be boxing at the end of this lap. Again, I'm just losing out because of that slipstream. It's a little early, but if I box Russell this lap, I can avoid the carnage in the pits.
Box now, please. Box now. Yes, box.
We'll leave Gasly out for one more lap. As Gasly gets past Porsche, he's all up in the back of Verschoor and Norris.
Feedback on conditions. People are talking about dry now. We are close to dry.
Yeah, copy.
You can use DRS. Charge on, charge on.
Yeah.
So this is Russell's chance to undercut everybody. Probably going to see a flurry of activity in the pits again.
Need to drop the pace.
Copy.
Yeah, the whole field's coming in.
Yeah, in the box.
Copy.
Okay, Fernando has boxed. Fernando has boxed.
Russell jumps all the way up to fourth, third. I'm hoping for a replay of that. Gasly drops down to 14th.
Sonoda leaving the pit lane now.
We didn't get the replay that I was hoping for. That's a shame.
Charge off.
Okay.
So we go 3 wide into the Parabolica. And we get up alongside Bottas there. And now we'll get a DRS run on the back of Max.
Well done. You put that in when it counted. Good job. Recharge back on, please. Recharge on. Yep, fine.
As we get past Stroll.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
Russell is side by side with Verstappen. I think he's got the move done. Yes, he has. Good lad. Oh, no, Verstappen's got him back because we're under charge conditions. Ah, we're being boxed in.
Red Bull moved up.
Only can use the deploy.
Copy.
I want to stay behind here through the Lesmos if at all possible.
Good job
Here's
with
where I
everything
want
so
to try and
far.
dive up the inside.
And a new position, just gained by Williams.
We get blocked. Frustrating. Aston Martin's pretty handy in a straight line, look. But we get the inside line and the DRS.
This was good.
There we go. Move complete. Russell's getting some battery in the car. That's good. That means he can sprint away in a couple of laps. Got to break the DRS to Zhou here and try and get on the back of Sonoda ASAP. We're in damage limitation mode for Gasly now. Already that's a big gap opening up between Sainz and Magnussen, look. Everyone's on softs.
Right, head down.
Red Bull gained a place.
I really probably should have mocked Gasly at the same time as I boxed Russell. Still, never mind, it's too late to do anything about that now. All we can do is get him up through the field as quick as we can.
Very good luck.
That's a good start. One 22.3. Yeah, nearly 2 seconds faster than the cars in front. A little inflated, of course, because we were using battery to push, but still a very good lap. It's got us into the DRS again.
And equally there, I cannot do anything.
Couldn't quite get the move done there.
Can we do lift and coast? Yep.
Yellow flag in the first sector.
Oh, big lock up there.
Lock up for Stroll. That's behind us. That doesn't do anything to us. We're going to have to use some battery again. Just can't get through at the moment. That slipstream is helping Sonoda stay ahead of us.
Yeah.
Can we get up the inside of Ocon here? Gotta hope we don't get boxed in here.
On keep an eye on the
We
battery.
got boxed in.
Yeah.
And Yuki just switches in front of us, of course he does. And now we've got no battery, and Yuki's got a slipstream. It's going backwards here.
Good job. Need recharge off. Come on.
I know I've got no battery, but let's see if a little bit of extra tyre push can help.
We need to push.
Gotta do something.
Okay.
Just stuck here in 12th. Going so much slower than we could. Another lockup. Oh, that's in front. That's Norris.
Is that a lockup? Let's take a closer look. Watch this. We're looking at Lando Norris. And this, yes, there, that's the lockup.
Okay, it drops him out of position, but it doesn't bring out a yellow flag or a safety or anything. It's going to help close things back up again.
Charge off.
Okay.
Running out of laps. 6 to go.
Okay, so let's keep going.
Red Bull moved up.
Oh, now we've got another car in the queue.
Charge on. Charge on.
Okay.
And keep going with the lift off. You're doing very good job. Keep going with the lift off.
Copy.
Awesome, keep it up.
We can take a look.
Gasly's
now.
not even going to get
Now,
points
we
at this
see
rate.
the Williams here.
And with Russell set to win, that is title race pretty much done and dusted.
And there they go, moving up a position in the pack. The driver's team there cheering.
It's time for Russell to sprint.
Okay, 5 laps remaining.
Come on, Pierre. Where's all that supreme confidence that you had last year? Another lockup. It's in front of us, I think. No, it's behind us. It's Alonso.
Yellow flag, yellow flag.
Turn 1.
Copy.
Russell trying his best to break away, just can't shake Verstappen at the moment. Which means I should probably
Let's go recharge on. Copy.
defend.
Okay, we'd like you to slow down, please. Copy.
Alright. Now, surely we've got to run here.
Yeah.
Push hard, push hard.
Copy.
Oh! That's one way to get past the cars in front of us. It's a safety car.
I was off
Ooh.
there. Copy. No more DRS.
It's a red flag. Oh.
And red flag, red flag.
Let's see what happened there. Okay, so there we have the Alpine.
Bang. All 3 cars just smashed out the way, and then he just comes to a stop
definite
right on the edge of the
collision
track,
there.
which holds
That's
everything
very
up,
unfortunate.
causes the red flag. Ah, okay, so everybody's going to be on brand new tyres. Well, I say everybody. Everybody that's got brand new tyres, that is. Gasly's going to be up in the points. He's going to be in 9th.
After a pause in this race,
Possibly.
we're all set and ready once more. And it's lights out and away we go.
Push, push, push.
Okay.
Gasly's in super attack mode.
Good job.
There's only us and Stroll at the front who had, well, only us and, at the front that had new tyres. Everyone else had worn tyres. Sainz in particular's tyres are very worn, as are Leclerc's and Zhou's.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, very good.
What a crazy finish to this race. And it looks like with the 1-2s on already.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
Russell should have enough pace to sprint
Okay,
away
thank
from
you.
Verstappen, and then it's just going to be a case of getting Gasly in place to try and jump at the last second. Oh, there's only 1 lap to go after this.
And a new position just gained by Williams.
I didn't even realise he was still in driving clean air. Final lap. Russell's going to win.
Okay, final.
All right, maybe not the
final
1-2, but can we get the podium?
DRS enabled.
Ricardo
DRS
very
enabled.
strong on the brakes there. DRS has been enabled. Keep pushing, Russell. You've got to break away from Verstappen. No, god damn it. That's last place for Gasly. Oh, Jesus. This week's just been a complete write-off.
Let's have a look.
Okay, why are we seeing that? That didn't happen. What?
And the team had such high hopes.
What? I don't know. It's going to be a win for Russell. He's out of battery now, but he's got tyres, he's got fuel. He's got a 1.2 second gap. Gasly's going to get the fastest lap and not be able to do anything with it unless Russell takes it on this lap, which is entirely possible. No, he doesn't.
Okay, that's the checkered flag.
Didn't have any DRS to help him out to get that fastest lap. So Gasly's going to keep the fastest lap, and because he didn't get in the top 10, he's not going to get the point for it. And that's 25 points extra in the title race now, so that makes it, what, 44 points now? Yeah, title's done. Russell's just been supreme all season. Gasly's been erratic. But that's win number 14 out of 16 for Williams this season. And another bonkers finish to a race.
What a beautiful sight that is on the podium, and a true crowning achievement for everyone involved.
George channeling his inner Seb there. Magnussen on the podium.
And right now it's the British driver who
He's been running in the top three for almost the entire race. Big points for Haas.
But remember, it's not just about today's trophies, it's the points that can make all the difference. A very impressive showing today for Williams.
I wouldn't be surprised if the team's performance today won them a lot of new fans.
After an intense weekend, the team ends in first place in the constructor standings.
Meet us next at the Marina Bay Circuit for a breathtaking race through the streets of Singapore.
Well, if you hadn't already guessed, I'm binning off Gasly at the end of the season and replacing him with Behrman. What a race. Again, just craziness all the way through. Started at the, well, not quite at the back, 14th and 15th, or 15th and 16th. Yeah, 15th and 16th. Fought our way up into the top 10 quite early on. Pit for wets, dropped us down to the back of the grid because everybody went out in, and held us in the pit lane. And I mean everybody. Fought our way back up again, then had to change onto inters quicker than expected, which dropped us back again. Fought our way back up again, safety car, red flag, spin on the final lap again, and 0 points for Pierre as a result of that. Yeah, strange race. So there we see a 44-point gap at the top of the Drivers' Championship. Russell, I think, is your champion-elect as things look forward. I can't see George making the kind of mistakes Pierre's made this season. Max moves up a place, as does Carlos. A poor race for Leclerc. He only scores 4 points and loses out to Max and Carlos as a result. It's a close battle for third, fourth in the in the drivers. Who's going to be best of the rest? Max has the advantage right now. And in the Constructors' Championship, despite only one car finishing, we outscore all but Red Bull. And they only outscored us by 1 point. So once again, just extending our gap at the top of the Constructors' Championship. And it's hotting up in the run to the final race between Ferrari and Red Bull. Red Bull taking a nice little chunk of points out of Ferrari there. Mercedes, they're not really in the race for anything other than fourth. They're too far behind, I think, to close the gap on Red Bull. They're way too far ahead to be threatened by Alpine. Haas, though, big points for Haas. Throws them above Alfa Romeo and right onto the back of McLaren. So Haas now in contention for a battle here with McLaren. That's going to be interesting to watch. And AlphaTauri, pick up more points. This is a really close season in terms of the performance of the cars. Look at the fact that the team that's bottom in the Constructors has scored 30 points. 30. That's a lot for a team that's 10th in the Constructors. That's how close the competition's been this season. Midfield's been super competitive. So, 988 points in total. Not getting anything for quali because we didn't take part in quali. So we are losing some XP on our drivers by deliberately sitting out for this last to first thing. Impressive race though for George. 21 overtakes at Monza. That's a lot of overtakes. 14 defences, 17 failed overtakes, 4 failed defences. Disappointing for Gasly. That's the first time I've seen a disappointing in a long time. 24 overtakes, 8 defences, 24 failed overtakes, 1 failed defence, and 1 very, very poorly timed spin as well. Good points for Ollie Behrman. That's edging him towards his next experience ranking. Once again, we failed to get the 1-2 to please the sponsors. But now we have a little bit of a gap, I think, until the next Grand Prix. 18 days. So we've got a regulation change to vote on. Financial changes for next season. Let's have a look. So what are they regulating? Increasing the cost cap. No. Don't want to increase the cost cap. Fine with it where it is. Right. Car parts. Do I need anything new for the warehouse? No, I don't. I still have spare front wings and chassis, etc., etc. So I'm still good on that. Did I do any damage to Gasly's engine with that? Oh no, Gasly didn't have the big shunt, did he? We'll check anyway, because for some reason the replay threw a big shunt his way. No, engine's fine. ERS is fine. Gearbox is fine. Okay, good. So, that's where we're going to end it for tonight. It's been another wacky race. Some great driving from George, some not so great driving from Pierre, who was mighty in phases. Especially at the start, he was just electric moving up through the grid before the rain fell. And then just fell apart at the end of the race. Maybe I was pushing him too hard. I don't know. But yeah, a bit of a shame. Potential 1-2, or at least a double podium thrown away on the last lap. So could have been better. Could have been better. We head to Marina Bay on Monday for the Singapore Grand Prix. That is a circuit where strategy for us is going to be very interesting. The AI always likes to do a one-stop, running a very short stint on softs and then going for a long stint on either mediums or hards. I wonder what the weather's going to be like. Let's have a quick sneak peek at the weather. Doesn't say. We won't know till we get there, by the look of it. It's just saying, yeah, it's not giving us the forecast. So, yeah, we won't know till we get there as to whether we're going to get good weather or not. But if we do, then we could well see George wrapping up the title. I mean, let's think. Mathematically, it's not wrapped up, but I mean, mentally, it's probably wrapped up by now. 44 points, it's a big gap, very big gap. And we're running out of races, just 6 races to go. So until then, until Monday, thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with some more F1 Manager very soon.